Another cruise ship with COVID-positive passengers has docked at Port Miami. Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas docked this morning with more than 100 positive crew members. As always, thanks for joining us, South Florida. I'm Carlos Suarez. From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got you team coverage on the latest COVID surge. NBC6 reporter Cristian Benavides, he's live in Port Everglades with how the rise in cases is impacting one of South Florida's most important economical industries, cruising. But first, let's get started with Victor Jorges. He has more on the latest outbreak on that cruise ship.
After getting off the Jewel of the Seas Sunday morning, passengers say the ship's staff try to keep a sense of calm on board, even when more than 100 crew members had tested positive for COVID-19.
When we first got on the ship, the captain did tell us, we're sailing during unprecedented times. There's a possibility outbreaks may occur. This is your vacation. We're not going to tell you every single second what's happening.
Heidi Webster and Catherine Bach say they enjoyed their time on the Jewel of the Seas. They say they're glad the crew didn't constantly tell them each time someone got sick.
They let people enjoy themselves. They covered their shifts where they needed to. And like she said, they were constantly cleaning. Everybody was wearing masks. Everybody's been very respectful.
According to website cruiselawnews.com, 163 crew members had COVID-19 when the Jewel of the Seas docked back at Port of Miami Sunday morning. Meanwhile, at Port Everglades, Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas docked home after a week, also with positive cases. Rick Hassan and Jonathan Clark caught COVID-19 on board. They ended up spending the last 3 days of their week-long vacation isolated.
Because I really wasn't doing too well at all. And I was having more and more difficulty breathing to the point where, I didn't know what was going to happen.
They say they're concerned about the ship's cleanliness, especially in common areas like casinos and bars.
I just noticed that there wasn't that many, if any, like maybe one or two cleaning people around, just wiping keyboards here and there.
They say one way to avoid outbreaks is to test passengers right before getting on board.
Not the 2 days before, because anything can happen in 2 days.
Now, in terms of refunds for canceled vacations, the company says they're working around the clock to address a backlog in refunds. At first, they said it would take up to 30 days to process, but now they're saying it could take up to 45 days to get your money back. At the Port of Miami, Victor Jorges, NBC6 News.
And our team coverage continues now with Cristian Benavides with more on how the cruising industry is impacting South Florida's overall economy. Cristian.
Well, Carlos, think about this. When the cruise industry first shut down between March of 2020 to June of 2021, that's a 15-month shutdown. The industry says that it lost about $30 billion. So industry insiders say this is a much different time, even if it may feel like deja vu with so many voyages being canceled. Don't expect another shutdown. The cruise industry trying to remain on course, even as it navigates stormy seas, once again created by COVID. In recent weeks, a number of countries from Mexico to the Caribbean turning away ships with COVID cases on board. This week, both Norwegian and Royal Caribbean canceling a number of voyages.
What we are seeing is an increase in COVID cases with crew. And if they don't have the right crew, they're not going to be able to provide the experience that they want to be able to provide.
Stuart Chiron, known as the Cruise Guy, is an industry insider. He says what's happening now shouldn't be compared to what happened back in March of 2020, that the industry is much better positioned and taking extensive safety measures.
Cruising is safer. It is safer to be on a ship than it is to be at home or going to the movies or going to an airport, an airplane, theme park, or a hotel.
Measures like extensive cleaning, along with vaccination and masking requirements. But despite the measures, the CDC is cautioning against cruise travel, writing, the chance of getting COVID-19 on cruise ships is very high, even if you are fully vaccinated and have received a booster dose. According to the Cruise Lines International Association and Industry Trade Group, before COVID, Florida businesses received more than $9 billion in direct expenditures from cruises. impacting an estimated 159,000 jobs.
The CDC's travel advisory does not prohibit cruising. Cruise ships are operating. People are still free to take cruises. And I would tell people to take a hard look at all of the protocols that are in place.
For now, best advice is if you're still heading out on a cruise to make sure you check with your cruise line before heading out to port. Live in Fort Lauderdale, I'm Cristian Benavides, NBC 6 News.